Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Ōkami walkthrough. So, we've finished everything we can in Kusa Village and Taga Pass and Ryushima Coast and North Ryushima Coast and all that jazz, at least for the time being anyway. We beat the Kusa 5 in battle, just to show that we are the most powerful badass in the world. And now it's time for us to head to pastures old. I was about to say pastures new, but it's most certainly pastures old because we're heading to Agata Forest and Shinshu Fields. Now, the majority of this part is going to be dealing with a certain element, well, a certain side quest, which I don't know whether we have actually started yet or not. But we're going to do the majority of it now. We can't actually finish it until after we have pretty much gotten right to the end of the game, just before the point of no return. So it's a long time before we can properly finish off the side quest that we're going to do. But I want to deal with it all as much as possible now, because then we don't have as much to do later on, and we can just hop, skip and a jump all the way through into beating the game. Now, seeing as this is our first time returning this far north after getting powered up Power Slash, we can now get loads more goodies, including this clover. And like 40 praise for that. Good grief. And also, because we have the wonder that is the water tablet, we can actually run on these rapids. And if you follow it all the way to the end, there is a clover waiting for you. And you may notice we have a ridiculous amount of praise at the minute. If I recall correctly, and I'm pretty sure I do, we aren't really going to be doing much with that praise until we get to the next area in the game. But know that we probably most definitely have enough to fully level up everything that we need to. And, like, that is ridiculous. I have no idea how, well, I know exactly how I've managed to accumulate so much praise. It's because I've been doing every single side quest kind of going, really. And if you do this, then you will be able to upgrade everything. What's actually quite a nice thing is that you don't actually need to complete everything to fully level up. Because, I mean, I'm going above and beyond, because I'm finding every clover, I'm finding, well, completing every side quest to the best possible ranking, and all of that. And, I mean, either just finding clovers, or just doing side quests, or just feeding animals, or what have you. Doing a mixture will get you generally enough praise to get you through alright. But we're going for 100% completion, so I have to bloom every tree, feed every animal, catch every fish, which doesn't count towards praise, but I don't count including it. It includes every clover, if I haven't mentioned that. It includes every side quest. Everything. And thankfully, that is actually everything we can do in Agata Forest, for now, anyway. I mean, there is that one side quest with Sleepy, which I could try and do now, but no! I am not ready for that turmoil and torture just yet. No, we will leave that for another day. Today, however, we're going to be getting on with the goodies that we've got left in Shinshu Fields. So, we've got a few more races that we can do with Ida. because he's been waiting for us, I think, for a while to race. And then we are also going to be doing a lovely little side quest with the Nameless Man. If you wanted to just continue the story, you need to catwalk up to that kind of higher plateau area and make use of our lightning abilities. But that's going to wait until right near the end. Now, it's important that you do this side quest because it is going to give us access to a gimmick gear. If we beat him, obviously. And that gimmick gear is how we're going to complete another side quest and get an upgraded brush technique. So you definitely want to be doing this. And that went a hell of a lot easier than I was expecting. Now, if you wanted to know what Dangan means, so the Dangan Express, basically it's bullet. So, Ida is basically a bullet train mailman, which is a nice little touch. Yes, I think we are heading towards potentially dealing with the Nameless Man now. I think just want to grab that clover right there, because it's been taunting us since the first time we visited Shinshu Field, and now we can finally actually do something about it. Thank God. So now it is time for us to deal with the side quest. So as you can see, we've already started it. It's the using the pots to go to the Guardian statues. Basically, the Nameless Man will make a new vase after every single day around this point. There are 5 vases for 5 statues in total. So you can use Crescent and Sunrise to speed up the process. But the final vase will only be made after the point just before you reach the area of no return. Now, if you wanted to know where all of these Guardian statues are, there is one at Crossroads near the centre of Shinshu Field. There is one on the uphill path near the dojo, which I believe are... Okay, so I think we are going to the one that is on the uphill path near the dojo now. I don't know whether there is a specific order in which you need to go to these. I would assume yes. So just follow what I've done with which vase goes to which Guardian statue. So there is one inside a cave beside a Kabigami statue. And I can't believe that I called Kabigami Bakagami in the last part. That's embarrassing. They all just muddle together. Well, at least they're both cats, so it's not quite as horrendously bad. There is one found where the Moon Cave used to be after Orochi has been defeated, and there is one on the bottom left side of the slope leading to the Moon Cave. So those are the locations, and you've just got to drop all of these vases off. Just put the Guardian statues at rest. Now, you can't start this particular side quest until you've restored the Nameless Man's kiln, but I would assume you have already done it by this point, so no worries there. You get praise for every single Guardian statue you visit with the vase, so that's nice. And the ultimate reward for all of this is stray bead number 10. So if you want full completion, you are going to need to do this. I really do mean that. The only way to get the stray bead, after all. So I believe that does us for now. We have completed the side quest as much as we can. So we're going to try and activate the way north, I think. So there is the Kabigami statue. And we need to catwalk our way up. And that did not go well. That was a terrible catwalk drawing. Good grief past me, what were you thinking? So, up on this little plateau that we've not been able to reach ever until now, there's a little bit going on. There's quite a few demon scrolls. There are, I think, 1 or 2 demon gates to deal with. There are also a few dig spots, so we're just going to kind of mop all of these up and then open the way north. On a technical level, I think I probably should have waited until maybe the next part to open the way north, because I can't remember quite whether I head north immediately or whether I go and complete a side quest that is waiting for us. Also, it feels so good to obliterate these guys in one hit. It's beautiful. It really just shows you how powerful you've become. Because, like, while I'm all for scaling enemies in games, I mean, in RPGs where leveling up is important, I would say scaling enemies are a necessity, because if you go to an area where enemies are weak as all hell, you can't grind for levels, and if you're under-leveled and you need to level up, it just becomes a very frustrating experience. So, because Ōkami doesn't have that typical levelling up structure, it gets away with being able to have these non-scaled enemies, so everything in Shinshu Field is dead easy to defeat. Which, I mean, really just makes it easier to get your Demon Fangs if you want, because one hit, floral finisher, you're away. Now, I probably would have preferred my jaunt around this little area to go a little bit more smoothly than it ultimately does, because I'm going to be doing a bit of faffing about. I don't mean to, because, I mean, I don't want to waste your time or anything, but it's so ridiculously easy to get lost up here. Especially when you're kind of following things which are telling you, right, do this, do this, do this. And then the thing that you need to grab is the complete other end of the plateau. And it's just like, ugh. But oh well, it cannot be helped. Also, goodness gracious, we are really laying it on thick with the praise here. 1,242 praise. My god. And we're going to get even more! Because we've got this clover up here. And there's going to be even more waiting for us in the next area, so there really is no excuse for not getting a lot of praise in this game. Because it's just so darn simple. Like, I mean, I think when I played the game the first time round, I sucked miserably at getting praise. I think because I wasn't properly following a guide and I didn't really want to 100% complete the game because I just wanted to finish it before Christmas, because even though I was having a whale of a time with it, I was just like, I would just like to just finish it. And yeah, I have a weird relationship with games sometimes. It's just like, sometimes I'm all for just like, yes, 100% complete it first time round, and then never really touch it again. Other games, I only just play through the first time round, and then I get the desire to 100% them. I'd say Ōkami falls into that category. Games where I suppose I've 100%ed them before, but then not really got the desire to do it again. I don't think there are actually any examples that I have actually done that I have recorded commentary for. Which is kind of unfortunate. I mean, like, I don't think I would ever try on 100% like Lego Star Wars, should I ever do a commentary on that. Because that took me forever. And that's the type of thing that it's... Trying to get 100% is too much effort. You've got to kind of balance out these things, because sometimes the amount of effort you put into completing a game is worth it, other times it isn't. I'd say Ōkami, in the grand scheme of things, it's worth it to 100% it, because it doesn't take that much out of you to do it, and you don't have to go that far out of your way to complete things. But rather frustratingly, there are those games where it is just too much. I mean, I'd say Lego City Undercover is a prime example of a game that is simply too big to make completion a nice experience. Anyway, use a little bit of thunderstorm there, and this mysterious structure is going to open the way north. Have you noticed how I've kept repeating the title for this part? And also actually the name of one of the songs in the game. I don't think it's played yet, but still. So, we can progress the story. What I believe I'm going to do is I'm going to head and save. We are potentially going to do a short side quest, and then we are going to continue on with the story. It's going to be pretty damn interesting, I can say that now.